Hey guys, I'm going to be doing Ariana Grande's chart today. So I just was really drawn towards her chart for whatever reason. So she has a lot of energy. The energy she does give off is amazing. She's a very interesting character. So I'll try and sum up it as best as I can here. The first thing that comes to my mind when I think of Ariana Grande is her kind of baby doll sort of image. She's quite famous for it, really. She loves dressing up almost like a cartoon character. Lots of pink and pastels, which are very Cancerian colours as well. In one interview with Jimmy Kimmel, I think she wears like this little pink dress and she's like, oh, I'm sorry for looking like a gumdrop or something like that. You know, she really loves that sort of cutesy image that she has. Cancer really has this image also of innocence, and that's what they're associated with. And this all goes along with the archetype of her sun sign, which is Cancer. So a lot of her photos, I think she also likes to pose a lot with like the big doe eyes and like the dimples that she has and the cute smile. It's all very innocent, very cute and very soft and bubbly. So this is how she likes to express herself. She does have a Capricorn rising though, so that's quite different to Cancer when we're talking about her image and also her looks, because Capricorn being on her ascendant, this is how she'll look and come across as well. So Capricorn, it'll make the jawline and also the collarbone, the bone structure in general, just a little bit more defined and less soft looking, which is more Cancerian. Cancerian is all about soft edges, round, and like I say, soft colours. So it's just a bit of a contrast there. She's almost got two different types of styles that she likes. She has got a more black, edgy, sort of darker style as well, which is more, she has a bit of influence coming in from Pluto sextiling the Ascendant. So Pluto is the god of the underworld. It rules everything sort of dark and hidden and mysterious, and dark colours, dark features, sort of rough around the edges a little bit more. Pluto and with the Capricorn Ascendant, these both really rule the colour black. It's an authority colour, it's a powerful colour. It goes really well with these planets, and it looks really good if you've got either Pluto or Capricorn on the Ascendant to dress in black or any strong, stark colours. Personally, I think she looks really great in those like fitted suits, which is really Capricorn. If anyone can look good in a suit, it's definitely Capricorn risings. Capricorn rules business. Capricorn also rules the teeth, bones, skin, hair. So usually with Capricorn rising, we see something standing out about any of those features. So you can guess with Ariana Grande, it's definitely her hair. She's always got like that high pony with like really long hair. She really loves to sort of rock like a lot of hair. So with this rising as well, Capricorn rising, they're really good at appearing like they've got all their shit together, everything is organized, you know, they're unbreakable, they're on top of everything, and they're organized. You know, this is just how Capricorn rolls, this is how they like to appear. But underneath that, especially because the opposite of that is Cancer, and again it's her sun sign, I think there's some insecurity there and just a little bit of sensitivity, well maybe quite a lot of sensitivity with Cancer, so she'll need a little bit of reassurance maybe, and having to pick herself up a lot, especially being in that industry, being in the spotlight is huge. So she may even go through a bit of anxiety or like quite a lot. Like the water signs are quite sensitive. I know she was also conditioned that way. She was an actor from very young, so that can also help as well. She really shows her Cancerian archetype in her songs, in her lyrics, because if you listen to them, they're very much about obviously relationships. Cancer are all about relationships, breakup, anything that's like very sad and about the past. They're very nostalgic, and she's got her Mercury in Cancer, so that will be how she thinks and writes and communicates. Also, Cancer being a water sign, they're more about feeling. I think one of her lyrics was something like less talking, more feeling the movement or the moment or something like that. So it really reflects how she feels. She wants to feel her way through life and with relationships with people, rather than overthinking things, and maybe even think words aren't even necessary. I think it's really funny as well, she's got in one of her songs, I think it's called Needy, I Can Be Needy, that lyric, it's really funny, it's very Cancerian. The crab can be described as clingy and needy because they really do like the crab. When they love someone, they latch on, and it's very hard for them to let go. Like I say, they're very nostalgic, so even if they break up with someone, there's going to be thoughts and waves of emotion that come up about the past quite a lot. They can be a little bit needy and really love affection, closeness, and they feel deeply attached to their loved ones. And also there's another song of hers, Thank You Next, that's also about her past relationships. You can see a bit of a theme happening here, I guess. I know she's had quite a few, and one in particular really hard breakups, so she has been through a lot of transformation with her relationships, which is also to do with that Pluto opposite Venus. So Pluto will be about destruction, regeneration, and developing and of the psyche, and then opposite Venus, that's to do with her relationships. So that's where she will transform and grow. Her moon being in Libra as well. Libra needs to communicate. It's an air sign and it's a very sociable sign. So, and her moon being her emotions, she does need to be able to communicate her feelings. Another thing about Cancers is it rules all kinds of comfort, maybe similar to Taurus. That's why these two signs sextile, because they're both about security and comfort. But with Cancer, it's more emotional based or feeling based, like I say, with the water signs. It can also be comfort financially, emotionally, physically. Cancers are sort of known for having like a blanket or comfy clothing, things that are very comfortable and make them feel safe and secured, because they love to be protected in a way. So you do see her a lot with like wearing those big hoodies and just like things that are really snuggly and comfortable. So her sun is placed in the 6th house of daily routine, and also how I described with Conor McGregor's Pluto being in the 6th house of perfecting a skill. I definitely think she is working hard at perfecting her music career and has a good level of determination for it. And then also with a lovely trine there to her MC, which is her public image, how she's known. That tells us that the skill that she's mastered is that thing that she's famous for, she's known for. She really is brilliant, has a lot of energy to do with her career and her image and what she's cultivated over years now. You know, the MC is more so that recognition that you get. And the sun as well, it's about being respected. And what's interesting is the 10th house in the MC is naturally ruled by Capricorn, which is the opposite of Cancer. Cancer is the archetype ruling the sun, trining the MCs. So it's almost like she's appearing to be the soft, young, cute little Cancer sun sign, but also a lot of strong-mindedness and determination and work and discipline. It being in the 6th house and connecting with the MC and a Capricorn rising as well. Like she takes her work very seriously. Also, like I said, I'll talk about that Venus trining the Ascendant. Trine is a really positive, lots of flowing energy towards the Ascendant. Venus is the goddess of love, beauty, harmony. So it adds a lot of that grace and poise and charm, and it can be also aesthetic and good looking to someone if it's aspecting the Ascendant, especially Venus in the 1st house or conjuncting the Ascendant. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be beautiful. Quite often it does, especially with the positive aspects. It just means that you're well liked, or you have this sort of charm and grace and sort of flowy energy to you and how you come across to people. Venus also rules money as well, so keeping up this appearance of wealth and beauty. And in Taurus as well, it adds a bit of sensuality to it. And Taurus, Venus, I mean, they like to spend money on luxurious things, so good thing she has a good career. They love really nice quality things, physical things. Taurus is an earth sign, so she has also got Uranus and Neptune in a conjunction exact, but also on her Ascendant as well. So that's very interesting. That'll influence her generation. It is still behind Ascendant by a few minutes, so it does place it in the 12th house, which is less noticeable if it was after the Ascendant. The 12th house is the house of hidden things, our subconscious, the non-linear or material world, basically. So to be less shown or noticed by the public. This is actually a pretty good aspect for an actor, Neptune being in the 12th. Neptune naturally rules the 12th. And also with her South Node in the 5th house rules basically stage, art, creativity, and that South Node is skills that we've already perfected, that we're quite naturally good at doing. So she's quite good at being an actor, expressing herself, and in Gemini as well, being really good at talking, using her voice and her words to influence people and to express herself. With that South Node shining Jupiter, that acting when she was younger, that's what also gave her that fame and recognition and abundance, and internationally famous as well. Jupiter's in the 9th house, it naturally rules the 9th house of international affairs. Neptune close to the Ascendant as well. I think I've said this before. It definitely is great for actors because Neptune is very elusive. It can morph into any character. It can be anything that the people or the public want that person to be. They're very good at sort of changing their style and flowing. Neptune can also give an air of glamour and ultimate beauty as well, or have a certain image about them that the people will like, especially if it's well aspected. I'm also talking about beauty a lot here because she is very beautiful, but also these two planets, Neptune and Uranus, are trining Venus, the planet of beauty. Uranus can also add a unique or new age quality to it as well. So she's definitely ahead of the fashion. One more thing I'll say about Neptune-Venus contacts is they usually give a lot of sympathy and compassion and popularity with friends and also the collective. So Neptune-Uranus on the Ascendant will also give an energy, more an energy rather than our physical appearance. Like I say, it's in the 12th house, so for her just a bit more of an energy that's unearthly or dreamy, offbeat, maybe a little bit kooky and different with Uranus there. So she does sort of have that kind of energy. She's definitely, there's something different about her, maybe something we can't quite get. She can be a little bit unpredictable with what she says as well sometimes, and just like to be a little bit different. So Mercury in Cancer, opposite the Ascendant. So her voice can come across like that baby voice. She does do that sometimes. I've seen her do in interviews almost, you can hear it. It is a pleasant voice. Mercury being in the 7th house, ruled by Venus, it can give a really nice tone, very, very nice and softly spoken, almost like a Libra Mercury. Very feminine. Also very graceful, not too loud, pitch perfect you could say, I guess, which is flavouring her tone of voice as well. Mercury is also her thought process. Like I was saying before, she sees things from a very feeling intuitive point of view. Her Mercury is trining Pluto as well, which will give her really good gut instincts and intuitiveness about people or situations that may seem suspicious. It can mean that they can read people really well and what their intentions are. It can add great depth to her range as well. Pluto really likes the truth and genuinity. So trining Mercury, she will really sing and communicate and express this. So she's got a Mars in Virgo, very practical, likes to get things done. Like her Sun in the 6th, it'll be a very similar energy. This makes her quite hardworking, or at least very meticulous with her work. Though her Mars is opposite Saturn, Mars and Saturn are the opposite energies really. Mars is all about going ahead, getting things done, taking action. Saturn is all about taking its time, taking a back step, taking things nice and slow, methodical way. There will be some level of wanting to start things and then feeling some blockages and having to work around them and be patient with how things play out. With her Sun square her Jupiter-Moon conjunction, people with a Sun-Jupiter square usually very loud, fun, active, jovial type of people. Really good for partying and entertaining. But the risk isn't for other people though, that's why it's fun. The risk is more for themselves. All things to do with Jupiter, which is overindulgence, tending to overdo things or any kind of excessive behavior. So that's again where that lesson with Saturn will come in, with knowing when to stop or when it's too much and when she needs to slow down or take a step back and think about maybe what she's done or said and just reflect a little bit basically. So the Sun square Jupiter, it does also give, even though it's a square, it does also give lots of optimism and a lot of confidence. The Sun is our ego, and Jupiter expands anything it touches. It can really inflate the ego, I guess you could say. So with the square as well, it can also be a potential to overdo things and maybe even be a bit unrealistic. On the other side of the coin, it can be Jupiter being a little bit too optimistic, a little bit too generous, thinking everyone is as honest and genuine and open as you are. This can also be a lesson if those people, aren't deserving or even looking to take advantage of these people with this aspect. And it's good to develop that discernment, which is where her Virgo Mars comes in a little bit as well, and who to give and who not to give that generosity to in reality. So with the Jupiter Moon conjunction, this can also give a lot of popularity, very well liked, charismatic, generous. Libra moons are very sociable and good with people. Libra moons rule the 7th house of partnership as well, so they do really well emotionally when they're in relationships or have best friends or have that someone they can partner up with. They love to reason and find balance and compromise with another person. Also someone to share their thoughts with. This is how they can express and channel their emotions as well. Maybe when they're upset, and if she's not conscious of her emotions, and maybe the more negative of the Jupiter or Libra, maybe a bit self-righteous or careless. Generally, these people with the Jupiter-Moon conjunction, they look on the bright side of life. This is a really great aspect to have to get you through any sort of traumas in life, and kind of indicates that she can sort of bounce back. That Sagittarius North Node in the 11th house is teaching and guiding the community or the collective or audience to see the bigger picture. Sagittarius is all about the bigger picture, more positive, philosophical. The details of what she'll be doing that in will be as to what specifically she's learned and developed throughout her life. It's basically about being there for people and having a higher purpose for something bigger than yourself or herself. It's the 11th house is all about other people. Developing these things will really give her fulfillment in life. The North Node is where we really will, at the end of the day, feel fulfilled and feel like we're doing something in our life. So I hope you enjoyed her reading. Leave a like or comment, and I'll see you soon.